Well, school districts and local law enforcement are on alert with the summer break just around the corner. They say idle time can lead teens to being pressured into trouble. Channel 5's Carolina Cruz found out one Valley School District continues fighting criminal organizations and their attempts to influence their youth. Carolina.
Yeah, Oscar, school dances, football games, and pep rallies. Those are the moments that should make up the high school years, but those 4 years can also be a time where a teenager will be led down the wrong path. Nearing the intersection of innocence and adulthood lies a dangerous time. 16 and 17-year-olds being recruited by cartel and gang members to commit crimes they thought they would get away with.
Throughout the valley, there was we're having to fight human smuggling organizations and the drug cartel organizations. I guess they thought that, teenagers, if they get caught, there's really not going to be any serious consequences.
There is human smuggling, but there are also other crimes that we've dealt with that, can put them in a position where there's nothing anybody can do but obviously prosecute these cases and possibly go to prison for a long, long time.
Students from La Joya ISD were being recruited in bulk a couple years ago to smuggle people who were in the country illegally for a few $100.
These kids were being recruited for the sole purpose of, getting money. You give a kid $500, $1,000, who's going to say no to that?
La Joya ISD Police Chief Raul Gonzalez says there's been a slowdown of these cases, but for Proud Aunt Brenda Anzualda, the dangers are still present. She says she knows ill-intentioned people prey on the youth with tempting offers.
I haven't been here in 20 years, and here, like I was saying, everything's different. Like there's more state troopers, more border patrols. I see a lot of high-speed chases here. It's not the same, like, to me, family-oriented that it was back then. It's kind of scarier to me. So it's just, I'm very cautious of my nieces and nephews being everywhere they're not supposed to be.
The Hidalgo County District Attorney Ricardo Rodriguez says there's consequences for 17-year-olds committing crimes. Under Texas law, they will be tried as adults.
Because of a mistake that they make, and usually, them being so young, a lot of times this is the first time that they ever get in trouble. So, they ruin their futures, and obviously, there's great consequences.
Consequences ranging anywhere from a first, second, or third-degree felony, resulting in a possible long prison sentence. Chief Gonzalez points out that teenagers involved in human smuggling in one city bleeds into other areas of the valley.
What happens in McAllen affects us. What happens here in La Joya affects people in Edinburgh. So we have a very good working relationship with all law enforcement agencies.
Anzualda has one message for those looking to mess with her nieces, nephews, and other teens.
I want that good feeling back again, for not just for me, but for the families around here with these kids, They have a place they call home, Texas is like they say, don't mess with Texas, well, don't mess with our kids either.
Gonzalez, Rodriguez, and Anzualda agree it takes a village to raise kids and help keep them on the right path. Chief Gonzalez says there has been a decrease this year in high schoolers being involved in human smuggling, but they're still fighting the drug usage. Live in the studio, Carolina Cruz, Channel 5 News at 6.
In this Channel 5 News Extra, we spoke with Chief Gonzalez. He says La Joya ISD started the first offender program a year ago. Again, it gives students a second chance and a clean slate upon completion of the program. And that involves a 4-hour weekly class for about 3 months. Parents or guardians are also required to attend. And the course offers students a time to learn about the consequences for their actions and also teaches them about how to avoid making bad decisions.
We give them another opportunity. They start all new. They go through some classes, and we get to talk to them, and we get to talk to them before the bad guys talk to them.
As Gonzalez mentioned in Carolina's report, he says the district created a better line of communication with DPS, Border Patrol, and the district attorney's office, and also with law enforcement in general. They share intel in hopes of better tracking crime in their schools.